Enterprise Zimbabwe, business and everything you want to know on ZiFM Stereo.
Hello, good evening, and thank you very much for joining us. This is ZiFM Stereo, my station, your station. My name is Super Mandiwanzira. We are live on Enterprise Zimbabwe. This is a show where we are talking about small business, the best ideas, the best advice for small business to grow. We realize Zimbabwe's economy just needs more businesses, more startups. And in order to make sure the startups are successful, we must provide the best advice. And as we always say, every billionaire started as a small business, and every multi-millionaire started as a small business. Of course, Jerry Monya Zungu, our chartered vendor, is in the studio to give us a lot of his insights into the things that make small businesses tick. Jerry, it's good to have you back on the show. You had something happening on Saturday. How did that go?
Thank you so much, Super. It is nice to be here always. The best business show in the country. Saturday it was hot. We burned the place and people were excited. Most of the people, I actually told them that if the value doesn't exceed more than 50 times what they were paying for, I was going to refund them. So no one asked for the refund, so it went well.
So when you say if the value doesn't exceed this amount, how do they measure the value? Just by training?
Yeah, it's a practical training. You're teaching people how to increase sales, especially in difficult times. And most people, they are lacking the sales skills. They believe that people buy because of price. They believe that people buy because of seasons or the economy. But I say to the contrary, people buy because of value. So I wanted to show them that I can give them the value. If they don't feel that my training doesn't match the value, I was going to refund.
Fantastic. And how many people did you have for that?
Around 70 people.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing. You made a lot of money though. Because I'm imagining everybody was paying something.
Yes, definitely.
How much were they paying?
They're paying $80 each. And I also sold some merchandise for the chartered vendor, the t-shirts, the hoodies. Yeah.
Wonderful.
And the book.
Okay, fantastic. Well done and congratulations. When is the next one?
Thank you so much. It's on the 28th of April.
Okay, we're going to talk about it when we get closer to the day. But we've just been talking this afternoon. I was on Twitter and I just advised people, if you want to raise money as a small business, where do you go to in Zimbabwe? I mean, many people have no idea where you can go and secure funding. And I've had on several occasions people asking for money to start a business. And where do people start? Where exactly do people go?
Yeah, thank you so much. I think my advice to the small business or to someone who wants to start a business, I think, yes, we can go there. I will answer your question. But I think what is supposed to happen is people are not supposed to borrow in order for them to start. What I encourage people is for them to borrow, to have a loan in order for them to grow the business. Like start with whatever resources which you have, then you can start with that. Then later on, you start borrowing in order for you to expand that business. But to answer your question, yes, it's a tough environment. It's a difficult environment. I'm actually surprised that there are also organizations which are giving loans in USD and without these stringent conditions. Because if you go to the bank, it's as if it's easier to get a gun license than to get a loan or to get an overdraft. Because they'll start asking a lot of things. I've been in that process. It took me about 4 to 5 months in order for me to access an overdraft with the bank. But I was surprised with what they call a credit union. I think it's called Women Excel. Those guys are actually giving loans at an amazing offer. Sometimes with a car, you get a loan. With whatever you have, you get a loan. Even someone who is a vendor, they're also supporting vendors from loans which are as little as $50, and I was actually surprised by that.
We will talk a little bit more about that. I want to go back to your suggestion that you don't have to borrow in order to start a business, but you must borrow to grow the business. Let's be frank. Let's be honest with each other.
Yeah.
We will talk about civil servant. Mariaga itokwani kubhadhara rent. Saka adatanga business anotanga ni maripi.
Yeah, the problem now is vakawanda vacho vanopama loan, they want to also measure a bit of performance yauri kuita, because they look at cash flow yauri mboano imari. Tikakupa umari nhasi $100. Kana uchiti unowana $2 a day, at least you've got a plan to know that in the next 50 days this guy is going to pay back our loan. So my encouragement to people out there, I've got many people who have come to me and they actually said, we can't start anything because we don't have any money. But I'm saying, with an idea, sometimes you can actually start something. By just knowing kuti ninge ari kutengesa chakati at $5,000. Woenda unotsvaga customer iri kuchida ne$6,000. Woita middleman unobuda ne$1,000. I think the most of the people who are making money in farming, there are people who are called makoronyeras in Bari. Those people, they don't have a farm. What they have the market. That's why it's very essential for you to know the skill of selling.
Okay.
Yeah.
This skill of selling is important in every business.
It's very important.
Okay. So when you say you can borrow to grow the business, at what point should you borrow?
Okay, thank you so much. Because when you're growing as a business, it actually starts showing that you need to have a boost in your business. You need money from somewhere. I'll give you an example. It's very difficult, especially for you to use your own money. Just imagine, you got 15,000. Then you want to invest it into the business. The fear is, if I invested this money into my business, somehow, maybe I'm not even going to recoup that money. But if I borrow someone's money, naturally you're supposed to spend that money the following day because you know that interest is actually starting to grow. If you don't invest this money, if this money is not used, this money is starting to actually losing value. Unlike using your money, you're a bit strict, you're a bit hesitant. So that's why most of the companies which actually grow very fast are companies which can take investors' money, companies which take loans from the banks. Those are the companies which can grow. You cannot compare with someone who is taking a marketing budget of over 1 million, who is busy splashing it on the radio, who is putting it to the billboards. That person, they'll grow very fast because they are using other people's money.
OPM factor.
Yeah.
Other people's money.
Exactly.
Jerry Yazungu is my guest tonight on Enterprise Zimbabwe. We're talking small business and how we can make them successful. My name is Super Maduanza. Stay locked on ZiFM Stereo, my station, your station. Welcome back to the show. My name is Super Maduanza. This is Enterprise Zimbabwe. Jerry Yazungu is my guest tonight, and we are talking about accessing finance for small businesses. Jerry, is it possible for small businesses to access finance, and where can they access finance in Zim right now?
Yeah, thank you so much. It's very difficult, like what I said before, that to access finance in Zimbabwe is very difficult, and the interest rates, they are also shockingly high. And I think with trying to borrow Zim dollar, we're talking of interest rates which are above 60% average in these banks. And that's a lot of money if you're comparing with how much you'll be making, how much profits you'll be making. That's why I heard that in Zimbabwe, most of the people now, they are now charging more than 100% profits. They are now charging more than 200% for a product. The profit, it's because of we are actually the money is being lended at it's very expensive compared to other countries. Because if you look at countries like China, in the European countries, the interest rates are very low, and some of them they're as low as actually 1%. So in Zimbabwe, yes, if you're a bit organized, maybe when your company is now average, it's now on a better position, yes, you can get a funding from the bank, but they want a lot of requirements. There are also microfinances which are also giving loans. Then there's this is the new animal which I discovered about 3 months ago, a credit union whereby it's flexible. You don't need 3 days, you get your loan. You don't have to write all those proposals. You know, someone was actually asking me about the history of business plan. The history of business plan, a business plan was first asked in America by a bank because they wanted to give people loans. That's why everyone now is now writing a business plan when they want to start a business. To me, I just say people must start. So I discovered Women Excel. It's called SACCO. They're actually giving loans, and I've also taken a loan from there. So what I'm actually talking about, I've experienced it. So this organization is actually helping women. It's helping vendors. It's helping small to medium enterprises. Even using your car, you can get a loan. Even using a laptop, you can get a loan.
You know, I must be honest. After you told me that you had actually borrowed, your business had actually borrowed, I went to have a meeting with Mrs. Edna Mkurajija. She's in charge of this Women Excel organization, and I was amazed at what they're actually doing. And I told her, you know, I'm a member of Parliament for Nyanga South with a lot of women. Julius London stores. They order my apples to Claremont, and they want to make more money out of their businesses. Can you put together a facility for me which we can extend to these women?
Yeah.
She was so excited about the opportunity because her organization is actually meant to be supporting women. I thought this is amazing. Yep, this is ZiFM Stereo, my station, your station. My name is Super, and Jerry is right here.
Exactly.
Of course, we got somebody who just sent us a message, says, "Good evening, Super. I enjoy your show. It is very informative. I run my own startup, but currently not performing well." What can you tell this person? They didn't give us their name, but they're not performing well. So what's the story?
Yeah, when it's a startup, I think it's normal. Every startup, I think it starts by actually struggling. That's why it's called a startup, and it doesn't have to give up. You should actually continuously pushing. I know that the economy, some people can actually blame it on the economy. Some people can think of giving up or starting another business or another type of business. You must actually continuously struggle whilst you are in that same business. Definitely things will start to improve.
Okay, so we've been talking about funding. A lot of people always find it easier to borrow from boys the
25% per month.
Would you advise people who are in business to go and borrow that kind of money?
I don't advise them to actually borrow whilst there is this other organization which is there. I've got a lot of people who went there, women, vendors. I had someone who was actually saying, I started by borrowing $50, but right now I can now afford to borrow almost $5,000 because she was actually being helped by Madam Edna. So I think if there's an organization which is giving it at 10%, why do you want to go to someone who is giving it at 25% and those people
quick one, we spin a chop
uko diri futi 1 day 2 days vanogona kuprocessirai unongosvika kwakarongeka ugara waregister ugara uremember yeko and it's easy.
Okay, I mean, to be fair, I think there are many other organizations which are offering funding to small businesses. We would like to hear from you. My name is Super Mandiwanzira. You can send us your message on our WhatsApp platform. You can also reach us by email. It's not difficult to get hold of us. Let us know if you are that organization that is providing funding to small businesses. If you are listening right now, you can send us a WhatsApp message. You can talk to the nation about your organization. The number to reach us on 0731 168 045. If you're one of those organizations that are doing fantastic work in providing funding to small businesses, we want to hear from you so that we can tell people where to come to. Why is it difficult to get loans from banks? You said, and this is my chef agents, where my bank license at Putino.
The demands are just amazing. Even when you've got security, when you've got the collateral, you actually went through hell. They've got a lot of things which they're going to demand. Your cash flow is not balancing. We cannot give you because your business plan is not showing us where you're going to get the money. I think, to me, I experienced about 4 months trying to get a loan from the bank. And as a person who doesn't give up easily, I ended up actually also getting it. But it's very, very difficult. You don't want to experience that situation twice. So it's good as if you get it once, sometimes you don't want even to go back again.
Okay, no, fantastic. Jeremy Onyazungu, our guest tonight. As always, on Enterprise Zimbabwe, we are talking about promoting small enterprise. You see, in Zimbabwe, unemployment. We can never deal with unemployment if we don't deal and support small and medium-scale enterprises. So Godfrey Ruvuyu, founder of Motherland Solar and Electricals Private Limited, thank you for getting in touch. Then, and hi Super, we're enjoying the show. That is Tawanda. Well, we want to thank you for listening because we are just about to go.
I've got a proposal. Yeah. What about if we bring her into the studio?
So we will ask her to come next week and we'll talk more about what she actually does and how she can give out these loans. And it's amazing thing you said you get the money inside 2 days.
2 days, it was done.
Okay, we're talking with somebody who experienced it. So anyway, thank you so much for joining us tonight, Jerry.
Thank you.
We know we're back again Monday next week, right? Together.
Welcome. Thank you.
We're talking to Edna. Well, hopefully she will be available. We can bring Edna here. But we also want to hear from other organizations that are supporting small business. We are prepared at ZiFM Stereo, my station, your station, to promote those institutions because we believe we can only change the circumstances of Zimbabweans if we support the small to medium scale enterprises. And we're committed to doing that, just like the chartered vendor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for joining us tonight. My name is Superman Diwanzira Jerimo Nyazungu. The chartered vendor has been our guest as usual. We're back again on Monday next week between 7:15 and you. Thank you, everybody. Have a very, very, very good night.